What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 and my hardcore Abyss Lord only playthrough. Now, we have made it along to the Onslaught Defender portion of the quest, which means we need to switch over to Onslaught mode. However, before doing that, I did want to get one Chaos 4 win in Expeditions, to get a slightly higher Onslaught floor start. So we popped on in here to Greystone Plaza Chaos 4 to hopefully get our first C4 win. Now, taking a look at the enemies here, you see right at the top of the card there, the Berserker is the special Chaos 4 enemy. In addition to that, we're also going to have some Geodes in the mix. So we are going to want to be careful with any projectile defenses. The Berserker, the deal with that guy is he runs quick and he can't be slowed. So with that in mind, there is going to be enemies making it to our wall. And let's just start things off with kind of the usual flavor of what we've done here so far, and that is a wall and 2 Ramsters. We'll do the same thing here at every lane and then kind of see what the DU, or what kind of DU we have left. We do have Zerkers up here. I think, you know what, let's put this one back to about right there. We'll go something like that. This lane is always a little bit trickier because you got this awesome little choke point down here. But if you use that choke point, that you're letting the enemies come way too far down the lane. So let's do this. Let's do something like that, and then let's get something in up front as well. So we'll go with something something like that, I think, just to blast down the lane. You know what, let's actually go with another to hit him in the face. We've obviously got plenty of DU on this one. Now we will have to worry about some flyers. We'll get that sorted here in a moment. Let's do the same thing here. Just two Ramsters. Alright, we got flyers over at this side. Now, one of the things we can do there is get ourselves some archer flyer defense going that can also double dip into that lane right there. So let's go something like that. We'll get 2 archers down there, and then we're going to have archers up top here as well. We can do the same thing here. Let's play some like this to shoot at the archers and then still be able to shoot at the lane below. Now, we got a ton of DU left. Which is good stuff. Now, I think it will get dive bombed, but I also think if I can keep it alive, 2 Ramsters right there pointing down that lane are just going to tear things up. And then we could do the same sort of thing like over here. We can get some spawn camping in anyway. Let's go with... let's just go with 2. 2 right at the spawn. And then we'll rinse and repeat with that whole crossfire thing. And go like 2 right there. That leaves me 80 left. What do we want to do for the 80? You know what? I think what I want to do is get rid of this and throw down a Colossus instead. And that will give me a level of... not being able to care too much about that lane or have to watch it. Well, let's see. Let's upgrade the top. We'll do the same thing up here. We'll actually hit both of these for the flyers. And then try to set this top lane up where we're not going to have to really pay much attention to it as well. Let's go with a couple of ups on those Ramsters. Alright, let's go ahead and let it fly here and just see how it goes. Ideally, I can just kind of watch these 2 lanes now. Now, we did get that Relic all set up for Chaos 4, so we're in pretty good shape. coming into it. I'll go through the Relic and Shards here in just a moment. For anyone who didn't see the last episode. The flyers are not quite... They're getting to the archers are getting to the flyers, but not until really late. I'm wondering if I just embrace this upfront killing. And try to go with an archer here. I mean, that's going to hit the flyers really, really fast. Yeah, it hits them as soon as they come out. Much better. Much, much better. Alright. So, let's just go ahead and continue on that. Nothing is making the curve and making it down to the wall. You see the big pile of mana here, which is quite nice. And then, it looks like everything, these two Ramsters got all the action in too. So let's go ahead and throw some upgrades on those guys. You see one of them is hitting way back up into the spawn. That's good stuff. Get an upgrade on our Colossus just because. Why not have a thick meaty boy there? And then just let it fly. This is a pretty smooth, easy break-in to Chaos 4. I forgot to show the Relic and Shards again. I'll try to remember after this wave. If there was a way to set those archers to flyers, oh man, this would be just ridiculous. Of course, we don't have a way to do that. And we got an ogre coming around. I think this ogre is actually going to just get beat up a little bit. I know, it looks like it's making it down. I don't want him to stomp. Now, if he's going to stomp, let's have him stomp over here. There we go. Let me just burn him out the rest of the way. No way that ogre gets through that Colossus. Alright. So this is the Relic I was talking about. It's only a Chaos 3 1 out of 10 Go Boo Boom. So we're doing Chaos 4 with a 1 out of 10 Chaos 3 Relic. And I say it all the time. I'll say it once again. It's not a game of gear, or as far as the loot. It's a game of shards and mods. Destruction, defense rate, and deadly strikes is just kind of the trifecta of early game shards. And that Go Boo Boom is crazy, crazy powerful early game. So, yeah. Able to get the job done. And look at that. We got our first defense rate, which is actually kind of huge. We can throw that right onto our archers here. I would love if that was a little higher quality, but that is very, very nice. When we take a look at our archers now, you see we are at max for the attack rate. So prior to getting Shards Gilded or getting a Chaos 8 10 out of 10 mod, the only way you're going to get to the speed cap of defenses is by having a shard and a mod. So that was definitely a pretty hot find, especially on the very first Relic I found in Chaos 4, because that doesn't start dropping until Chaos 4. So, little crazy bit of luck there with that one, no doubt. See if we can get both of these up here. And now you see these archers are just cracking off shots. That's going to change. That's going to change the game for me entirely when it comes to taking out flyers. Now, if we get a a higher tier one, or we can even upgrade that relic so that it's a higher rarity of relic, where we get the 3 mod slots, and that will be substantial. Now, of course, our flyers are going to get frozen up. Are we going to make it? Oh, just barely got through them before I got the freeze death. Give ourselves some heals while we're parked here. And there we go. We got the easy kill on the roller because that Ramster was just blasting him into his sweet spot the entire time. So good stuff there. You know what? Let's just take that stuff all the way up. We took a little damage on those then. So let's grab a little mana to get that archer repaired up. I didn't see if something threw at those archers or if that was a dive bomber. But wave 4 here, I think wave 4 will actually probably be mostly AFK, other than the mini bosses. You see, even now the archers are just putting in some damage up there to that ground lane too. Very good stuff. Yeah, it looks like we're not really going to have to do much of anything here. Breaking into next tiers, etc., is just incredibly easy if you're using defenses that counter the enemies of the tier. Of course, the counter for the Berserker is just going to be stun. There is no like actual defense counter that it directly disables or whatever. But like the counter for the Geodes, of course, is using AoE, non-projectile type defenses, and the Ramsters get the job done there. What do we got? We got a tier 4 Earth Servo. What did we have over here? Oh man, a Piercer Servo. Just throw some ups there and let it fly for wave 5 here. We got Nash rolling out. I think we're going to be able to pretty much ignore him. He's going to make it to the wall. I don't think he's really going to do all that much once he gets there. Looks like he's not hitting the Ramsters. So, oh, actually he was hitting the Ramsters. Wasn't hitting the close Ramster anyway. But he was indeed hitting the far Ramster. I don't think we have to worry about anything else on that wall, though, so I'm not even going to bother rebuilding. Just keep letting it fly here. So we got a Siege Roller. We got a Cannon Ogre. This Cannon Ogre could spell trouble if he decides to shoot at that core. It is wave 5, though, so that's just a sub-objective. I'm not overly concerned with it. Oh, look at that bit of luck. He's getting a little bit of a glancing blow. There we go. We got a Siege Roller in the middle. Oh, that's it. The Siege Roller's just going to die because the Ramster's placed behind. So we can just ignore that bad boy and start looking at loot. Some hero health boots. What did we get over here? We got pretty nice book, really. We yoinked that guy. But yeah, there we go. First win in Chaos 4 with the Abyss Lord only. As I've been mentioning, I think what could end up being the challenge or the breaking point on this map is likely to be maybe Chaos 6. I could see losing in Chaos 6 due to the Hex Throwers, but we'll have to see how it goes here. But anyway, that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And have a good weekend, y'all. I will see you next time. Take it easy.